Hello guys, hi everyone. Hello guys, hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. So today, I guess my theme is about kind of doing some sort of reflection on so many things. I think I'll be speaking about maybe on a particular topic, and that topic will be on fear, and then another one would be on like anxiety. So I've been reading a lot and just been experiencing a lot of these two lately. And so for me, what I'm not going to tell you what triggered it, because there's been lots of triggers. But I guess I am going to just give a background story on how I learned to understand fear, and also understand how to tackle it. And the fear I'm going to concentrate on is actually the fear that of our lives, the fear of death, the fear of circumstances, life circumstances. And with fear comes with so much anxiety, and with anxiety comes with fear. So anxiety is described as fear of fear. I use it to say it's the fear of the unknown. So for me, I guess with my relaxation break, I've just been really reflecting and thinking. And as I watch the waves, I'll show you the waves. Wait. So that's the waves in my mirror from my window of the hotel. As I watched them pass by, it just really got me thinking a lot on how fear can come with a lot of issues and baggages, and will come with a lot of tribulations that if we are not careful, we really lose focus and forget that trial and tribulation, like the waves, is actually part of the movement to move us closer to what we are fighting for, to move us closer to our dreams, or to even move us away from what we are fearful of. So let me digress. So for me, I'll start from when I was young, and I've battled with a lot of fears. I wouldn't call it battle, but it's something that is consistent. What I do is learn to manage it and learn to combat it in a way. So when I was young, I always had this issue of fear. Sometimes I would sit in one place, and for some reason, especially in the dark, I don't know if this happened to you, but I always find myself seeing something in the dark. Maybe a human figure or some figure of other kind. And then these things make me so fearful that I'm so much gripped with fear that I start yelling for help. Other times it may be through, let's say for example, patterns. So let's say for this cotton, there is like different patterns on this cotton. So it may be anything, literally cotton, anything that has a pattern. Literally, if I stare at it long enough, that thing will change from what it is, the pattern, to something that my eyes create. And I always say to myself, I wish I am an artist, because if I am an artist, the things that my eyes have been able to see or create or recreate, it will definitely make the gallery full and make me a good business. But I'm not an artist, so, and I can't draw very well either. So what I mean in this case is like sometimes fear is things that we either imagine it to be there, or something that is actually there, but we overemphasize on it. So, for example, like the way there is a pattern in the curtain, and because my eyes or my imagination have over stirred and over created what is the pattern, it turns into this very, very different object or something, or animals or something like that. And it's often something very scary. I do understand that. So I remember that when I was young, me being like gripped with fear in these situations, I used to yell out for my mother, and my mother was my Jesus. Well, she yeah, at the time, um, and whenever I called out to her, whatever it is, whether in dream or in vision, whatever it is, or in reality that is bothering me, literally will stop or run away. And I come to then understand something that, well, I said my mom has a superpower because whenever I say, "Mommy," my mom already knows, hey, what is it? Who is that? Da da da. So, one thing is that fear knew there was someone I could call on to, and it would subside. So whatever it was scared of the name my mother, literally me calling out to my mom. And my mom is at the time at least, was a very prayerful warrior. Like, she's a prayer warrior. She taught me how to pray. So that thing to me, whatever it was scared of my mother. And you know, I continued doing this until one time my mom said to me, stop calling me, because I will not be here for you every time to come to your aid. Stop calling me. Call the name Jesus. Call the name Jesus. Now that I never grabbed that, to be honest, until I was in my teenage age. That's when I actually started using that name Jesus. To me, mommy was everything. My mommy was almost equal to Jesus. Not that I didn't know about Jesus, but like my mom did it. The name of my, just not her name, but like just say mommy. And that's the thing. You know, when I thought about it, as the mother, as the protector at that time, that was her. That was something that I think that whatever the fear was, knew that when I called my protector, which at that time was my mother, would just run away. So, and then my mom told me to start fighting that fear. And this is what she said to me. She said, don't call my name anymore. Call the name of Jesus. Alternatively, tell that thing that is pursuing you, tell that thing that is disturbing you to come forward and fight if it's really real. That was her advice, and that was it. So, guess what? Another time I was gripped with such fear, I remembered that message that my mom gave to me. If I can't call on her, I'll challenge whatever fear that is to come out from its shadows, from wherever it is, and come boldly to me and fight it out and show itself to be true. You see, that was a very simple message, which at that time I didn't understand. But when I used that during that period, I remember whatever was in the shadows, whatever that was in the darkness, didn't come out. It didn't come out. Nothing made sense. That thing, whatever it was, just like my eyes just dissolved out of it. It disappeared or something like that. So, you know, because I used to be really scared. I used to be really scared of the dark. And when my mom gave me this technique or advice, she equipped me beyond what she knows. Because you know what, even till today, whenever I experience fear, anxiety that comes with fear, or anything of that sort, here is what I say to that fear. It's like, if you're real, come out, let's fight equally. I don't know what I will do if that thing comes out. I'll like probably be running scared. But I guess that idea of challenging the fear is something that I was equipped from a very young age, say around 8, 9, 10, between that age. Something I was equipped very young, because when my mother left, there was no one to call her. There was no mommy. Even if I called mommy, no one was there to come. And as I mentioned, that name of Jesus, Jesus hasn't really gotten to me. So I slowly learned to start calling the name of Jesus. I slowly learned to start challenging my fears. And this is the message I want to deliver today, is that you've heard it several times. You need to challenge your fears. And if you are a friend of someone who is very fearful, if you're a friend of, or if you're a parent of a child who is often experiencing fear, give them this tool to challenge their fear, with asking that fear to come and fight out equally if it's really real. Ask the fear to showcase itself in full. Because when you do that, one is either the fear is real or it's not real, and that's the only way you can discover. Also, direct them to the Bible, because my mom always read the Bible to me, and I used to read as well, but at the time I didn't really understand what I was reading, but it made sense to me now. So I really advise you, give them that name Jesus, because that name Jesus started working for me when I became a teenager, because I realized I had to start using that name. My mom wasn't there anymore, or she wasn't present to help. And also, it becomes a time when you have to leave the childishness of it and become very strong in your own fight as an adult. So that's my own reflection, is that fear is the fear of the unknown. Fear is often something that could be imaginative, it could be something that is real. It also can be something that anticipated. But if we actually allow that fear to showcase itself with its trials and tribulations to see its full extent, then we will be in a more superior position to fight it, and also to discover whether this is real or just simply made up in our own minds. So that's one thing about fear I want to share. I'll be sharing more on fear, because there's so much about fear I've really learned and kind of come to understand more whilst I navigate life. And also, we can't let things continue happening to us. As I mentioned, you have to start challenging things, and when you start challenging things, you make you a more of a stronger person. Okay, thank you for today. If tomorrow again, I will do another reflection, because this trip is very more relaxing and reflection of my life, everything that has gone on, especially this month and years before, that is still affecting me of today. So challenge your fear, equip yourself, and continue fighting on. Fear is nothing. Allow it to show itself and see whether it's true or not. Okay, bye, take care.